what's happening, y'all? This is my first ever live stream, so yeah, I'm gonna get a crack at this. I'm gonna go ahead and take follow the footsteps of the others that are doing the live streams nowadays. So yeah, let me go ahead and take a crack at this. I shout out to Blood because he advised me to do this. So here we go. I'm in my car, as you can see. So I'm gonna put this down right here so that way we can get a good idea on what's going on here. So anyways, let's address one thing about the Leedy Alvarez and the Adonis Stevenson situation, okay? So from my understanding, Leedy Alvarez claims that he's, he came out and made a statement saying, look, I've been mandatory for too long. Either Adonis Stevenson fight me or he's going to get stripped. I'm going to go to the WBC about this, whatever, okay? Oh, sorry about that. Hey, what up, Blood? How you doing, man? Just trying this out for the first time, man. So, yeah, man, I just got off this crazy hangout with Low Place, man. Apparently, some people say I got smashed in that hangout. Well, I don't know. It's easy to say that the guy's going to continue to mute your mic and lower your volume. He's angry because of what happened the last hangout with me and Librarian Mr. Doc when the Librarian did that to him and we booted him off. Now, he claims that I had something to do with that, which I tried to tell his ass that I had nothing to do with this. This is between me and you. And he goes off to a tangent, to a rant, clowning the LDBC. He just gone to two different directions. Yeah, man, he muted me many times. And he was giving props to guys like Sean Newton in the comment section. So we already know where he's going with that. All right. So all I asked, because first of all, he made a video coming after LDBC about the inconsistency, right? He's claiming that the LDBC is inconsistent about their criticism when it came to Joseph Parker, when he said that he's ready for the Deontay Wilder fight, and while Adonis Stevenson, when Leedy Alvarez says he's ready for the fight, he's saying that that's bullshit, that the Leedy Alvarez is lying. You guys are not calling him a liar, but you're calling Joseph Parker a liar. That's what he's saying. All I said is that, look, I'm only speaking for me, okay? First of all, I was going to get into the Joseph Parker situation. He didn't want to listen. So I asked him, okay, can you explain to me where did the second step aside money come from? That's all I asked him. And he said that, yeah, you're right, man. You're right. I should have bounced the first time. But the reason why I stayed on there is because I wanted to further exploit how erratic and emotionally sensitive he is when it comes to Adonis Stevenson. As soon as I said that, he just exploded. He went on to a rant. He went on to 4 or 5 minute rants. He kept muting my mic. He kept lowering my mic so I couldn't get my point across. And when he did that, some of his followers, his guys, people who would conversate with him, say, "Hey, man, you got smashed." Yeah. Well, he came at 78. He came at Santi Walden. Yeah, those are guys he came after. But anyways, all I asked him was, look, man, I gotta ask you this question. You came after Deontay Wilder for supposedly not taking care of his mandatory situation. Yeah, man, with Stavern. Why aren't you going after Stevenson for it? So again, he went off to a different direction with it. You know how he goes. He likes to give 5 different answers to the, not answering the question directly what I asked him. I was like, and I tried to get him back to it, but then again, it's my fault. We went to a different direction. I fell for that little trap. So that's my fault right there. I should not have done that, but it is what it is. So anyways, I just wanted to show that how emotionally attached he is to the guy. And when I said that, he just took it very personal. I was like, you are emotionally attached to him. And, he keeps saying that I don't lie. I don't like when people lie. It's like, well, you lied about Andre Ward. He said that he claimed that Andre Ward killed his old promoter, Dan Goosen. He said that. And he keeps claiming that he didn't say that. And many people had corrected him on that, said, you did say that in one of the hangouts. You did say that. So, he talks about people lying a lot. Well, he's lied about Andre Ward on multiple occasions. I don't know what he has against Andre Ward. I don't know what the hatred he has, but it is pure hate there. I don't understand it. Okay? But, it is what it is, man. Anyways, I want to get back to the topic about the Leedy Alvarez situation. So, Leedy Alvarez has said that, look, I took step aside money twice. Now I'm trying to figure out where in the situation did he take the second step aside money, and that's why I was asking Low Place about that. Where in the sense that he did take it, and why did Stevenson offer to him in the first place? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So he wants to reflect to the December 2016. I say, okay, I understand that, but I'm not talking about that situation. I'm talking about the other time. When did that occur? Well, obviously we don't know, so he's assuming that Alvarez is lying. I was like, well, okay, do you have proof that he's lying? He just didn't want to answer it. He moved on. He drifted off to another direction with the question. So, that's how he does it. So, anyways, here's my take on the whole situation. Yes, Elite Alvarez, I would like to see that fight. I think he's worthy of the fight. Is Badu Jack versus Adonis Stevenson more competitive fight? In my opinion, on paper, it is. But at the same time, we can't ignore mandatories, especially if they waited like almost 2 years or something like that. Now, if the guy became a mandatory recently, and if Stevenson wanted to pursue a Badu Jack fight, then I could somewhat understand that. But this has been 2 years now. Time is up. You got to give the guy a shot. You have to do it. Okay, so yeah, and that's the thing about it, man. So yeah, I mean, the guy is what it is. Sean. He's giving props to Sean Newton in the comment section. So we all know where he's going. He's even giving props to Precise Presenter. We all know what happened to him. All right. So, anyways, let me get off to. What was bad connection? Bad connection. Okay, never mind. So anyways, let me get into some other stuff here. So, not too much going on in boxing, just the fact that Elite Alvarez just came out. Adonis Stevenson wants the Badu Jack fight, and Badu Jack wants the Adonis Stevenson fight. Oh yeah, I'm inviting him. It's open invitation. He said he gotta take a shower and shit. Hope he washed that chia pet head of his. Yeah. He's invited. I'll be on here. If he wants to come on, I'll let him come on. All right? And I promise him that I will not mute his mic. And I won't lower his volume. Because, first of all, you can't win an argument by doing that. Okay? You can't do that. So, anyways, yeah, man. So, are you excited for I'm not sure you look at the lower weight classes, man, because this is a very good, strong card coming up on the super flyweight with Juan Estrada versus Carlos Cuadras. That's going to be a good fight. And Naoyoni, the monster from Japan, is coming in, is making his U.S. debut. And then the main event is Rondazai versus Roman Gonzalez, Sir Rondazai, the rematch. So, yo, what up, bro? What's going on, Talkbox? Trill Talk, my bad, man. Yeah, what's happening, man? What's happening? This is my first live hangout, man. I'm gonna try to get used to this. Instead of doing video responses, I'm just gonna get used to this. So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that card. So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. So, again, man, it's open invitation. Low Place want to get on here. Between me and you, we can do it. I'm not gonna mute your mic this time, bruh. So, obviously, I'm not sure if you, again, I don't think, you can't win an argument by doing that. So, again, so it is what it is. So, yeah, what else is going on? I mean, I was going to talk about some other stuff. I'm not sure you guys watch the WNBA, but I do. I ain't gonna lie, I watch the WNBA, bro. Very exciting time for basketball, in my opinion. Well, let me get into the WNBA real quickly. So the playoffs picture is set. The Sparks and the Lynx have got the 2 first round. They got buys for the first 2 rounds, so they get to buy to the semifinals, I should say, like last year. Similar to that, where the Lynx was the number 1 seed, the Sparks was number 2 again. But different format as far as the 3 and 8 seed. So the 3rd seed, New York. Well, the New York Liberty was the 3rd seed last year. But they choked against Phoenix, who was the 8th seed last year. 4th seed this year is Connecticut, which is a big surprise. Nobody thought Connecticut would make the playoffs this year. Then you got the Mystics. Somewhat people were, kind of expecting them to make it because they got Elena Deladon and Christy Tolliver. Christy Tolliver, man, she was one of my favorite players, man. And of course, she had to, when she left LA, I was disappointed, but hey, she got to do what you do, man. You got to move somewhere where you're close to home, because I know she's from Maryland. That's where I'm from, from Baltimore, so it is what it is. So you got that, and then you have, who's the 6th seed? Oh, yeah, Phoenix is the 6th seed. No, I'm sorry. Phoenix is the 5th seed, and is the 5th against. And it's amazing to me how they even were able to pull this off and make it to the playoffs this year. They're a very dangerous team because they gave my team, the LA Sparks, some hell this year. So I just hope that they don't, the Sparks don't play that team. To watch out for them. Don't let that number 7 seed in the record fool you on the Dallas Wings. But anyways, and then the 8th seed is the Seattle Storm. Well, the Seattle Storm had a pretty good stretch after they fired their coach. They hired their interim coach. So I don't know if they're, I don't know, man. They're going up against Phoenix. So I expect Phoenix to get through that in the first round. I expect them to get through it. It's going to be a close one, but I expect them to pull it off because it's in Phoenix. The Mystics is going to get past. I think the Wings is going to get past the Mystics, and then after those two teams get past these are single elimination games, and then after that they would get reseeded into the second round in the single game elimination either against New York or Connecticut. So yeah, and then the semifinals and the finals will be a 5-game elimination. So I know most of y'all don't care about the WNBA, but I do. I just thought I'd give them a little bit of shine on my platform because they do play hard to the women. And they've, the crowds has been, a lot of people been turning up for the great games for the last 2 years. So so the WNBA is getting their presence, man. I think they put in a president who understands the business model, Lisa Borders. She understands how to get it. She came from Duke, and she's been a CEO for various companies for a long time. She was a politician. She was also city council member of the city of Atlanta. Hey, what's good, boy? What's going on, your boy? I'm doing good, man. I just got off that crazy hangout with Low Place, the Donna Stevenson Aslick. Yeah, he kept muting me, man, cutting off my mic, think he's gonna win the argument that way. So I was like, all right, man, if you're gonna do that, and everybody in that comment section saying you're getting smashed for being a troll. I was like, hey, that's fine. It's easy to get smashed when you're getting your mic cut off all the goddamn time. So, it is what it is. So I was like, okay. I even told the brother, I said, look, you and I have been going at this for the last 2-3 months, about a month now or two. So I would never cut your mic off. And he's upset that the librarian cut his mic off in the hangout we had yesterday. So that's why he did what he did. So I was like, all right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to start my hangout and I'm going to invite him to come back on and let's see if he's man enough to do it. So I won't mute him. I will give him a platform, and I want him, because I didn't get my questions answered when I asked him about that Elite Alvarez and the Donna Stevenson situation. While instead he was going on a rant attacking the LGBTC. So yeah, that's why I told him to come on here. Man, I know he said he got but they are doing their thing in the WNBA, man, and on this one, brother, I think the WNBA players play a lot harder than the guys. Yeah, they're not finesse, they're not quite as athletic as the guys are. But if you look at the games, man, the games are far more competitive in every goddamn game. Even the worst team against the best teams again, those games become competitive, man. So I respect that about the WNBA, and they play hard, man. They play hard. They play like it's the, it's the last game of their lives. It kind of reminds me of the 80s and the early 90s of the NBA, of the golden era. And to me, the NBA now, it's ridiculous how these guys are getting so much goddamn money, man. Even these goddamn role players are getting paid what, 3-year contracts worth $56 million, man. Role players are getting that. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Hey, dude. Hey, I'm with you, your boy. The Sparks is my team too, man. I think they'll take it this year, man. I mean, if you look at that defense, man, they got Odyssey Sims and Chelsea Gray in that backcourt, dude. That backcourt is dangerous, man. They're dangerous. And that front court too with Candace Parker and Nneka Gumake. Yeah, that's dangerous. And Lena Beard too. She shut down Maya Moore in the last 2 games. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, man, for Minnesota because they don't have Lindsey Whalen. So it's gonna be tough for them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this year's playoffs, man. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, man. Yeah. Well, you know what? Let me take a little break here, y'all. Let me see if Low Place gets on here after he takes a shower, whatever shit he's got to do. But yeah, so there's an open invitation to him if he wants to come on. And like I said, I didn't get my points across, so I thought let me just open up my platform so if he's there to come on. And I said again, I'm not gonna mic you. I'm not gonna mic you. I'm not gonna lower your volume. I'm gonna let you speak your piece, like I tried to do, but you wouldn't let me do it. So you're getting upset for me trolling you, but yet you have the nerve to troll other people. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, so I'll be right back, y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. Took longer than I expected. So let's see what's going on here. Hey, what's going on? Oh, so there you are, you little bitch. I already call you a bitch, but hey. So now, what, you lying here about me now? I ain't lying about you, bruh. So first of all, that you did exactly, you said what you said about the LDBC. So don't fool anybody, bruh. No, you can't do that. Hey, what's going on, Sight Cannon, man? What's going on? No, I'm back, y'all. What's going on, Truth? What's going on, Bo? Yeah, so, low place. Since I wasn't able to get my questions answered, since you want to mute and cut me off like a little brat, because you just angry what happened to you yesterday with the Boxing Librarian, which I had nothing to do with, even though I felt it was kind of funny, I'll give you the open invitation to come on here right now, man up and let me get my points across, and I won't mute you. I'll be very mature to do it, bruh. So let me know. Oh, who's doing that now? Oh, somebody sent me a notification. Oh, something different. All right, it is what it is. So, yeah, man. So, yeah. So, yeah, guys, I'm still here, y'all. Sorry it took longer than expected, so I'm here. So, yeah, yeah, Cannon, that's why, yeah, Cannon, sight. Yeah, this is the reason why he gone off on me, because he went on temper tantrum. He's gone after the LDBC. All right, I was not going on there to speak for the LDBC. They speak for themselves, okay? I was only trying to speak for me because I wanted to ask him. I wanted an interesting dialogue, and I asked him about the Donna Stevenson. I tried to ask him about it, but he was just going off to different elements of the topics. I don't understand that, okay? And yet people accuse me for doing that, which is a do. Yeah, man, I know. He's yeah. You know what, Bo? Yeah, I'm trying, man, but here's the thing I don't understand. He doesn't like it when I troll him, right? He doesn't like it when I troll him, but yet this guy got some nerve to be a hypocrite about it when he trolls other people when it comes to Donna Stevenson. He just trolled the LDBC when they made videos about him now. He just did it. And yet he has a nerve to tell me that I'm trolling, and then he wants to sit there and try to mute me and unmute me and lower my voice so it makes me feel that I'm sounding bad, as if I'm getting smashed in our dialogue. I mean, come on, man. You can't have it both ways. You can't. So, yeah, like I said, man, I have no, I'll be respectful if he wants to come on here. All he has to do is ask for a link. All right, that's all he has to ask for. That's all he has to do. Just ask for a link, bruh. Or anybody, if y'all want to get on, just let me know, man. I'll be here for a minute. But anyways, back to what I was saying, man. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So why is he praising Jeff Horn for his allegedly dirty tactics, even though I didn't think Jeff Horn was being deliberately dirty? Yeah, sometimes when you fight up close, headbutts is going to occur. And that's what I was explaining to him. But yet people said Jeff Horn was dirty. He doesn't say Jeff Horn is dirty, but yet he says Andre Ward is dirty. I don't understand that. Exactly. So I asked him specifically many times to point out where Andre Ward was deliberately headbutting guys in fights. All he could say was the Miguel Kessler fight. I was like, well, I looked at that fight many times, and I didn't see any deliberate headbutts. Okay, when you fight up close, when a guy's trying to smother your punches, that's what's going to happen. The problem is that Andre Ward gets singled out here because they don't like his style. Okay, it's a very rough style. It's a very rough, rugged tactic style. And Andre Ward is not the only guy that fights that way. Okay, there's many fighters that have done that in the past. Many fighters done that in the past. Some fighters have done it in the present. Look at Sean Porter. He's an excellent example of that. Okay, so as I've said, it's like, he wants to come on here talking about I'm here to tell the truth, but yet you're telling lies about Andre Ward countless occasions. And he keeps lying about the fact that he never said that Andre Ward was responsible for the death of his old promoter, Dan Goosen. He keeps lying about that, and I keep reminding him and everybody else seen that damn hangout that he said that. I'm not sure if he erased it now, given the fact that he's trying to cover up his tracks, but he actually did say that. And now he's trying to run away from that. So again, dude, you're going to jump off, man. So I'm waiting for you to come on, bro. Just let me know when you want to get on. I'll be here. I ain't going nowhere. Okay? So anyways, again, you lose all credibility when you refer to Sean Newton as giving props to him and also giving props to Precise Presenter. You didn't think I caught that, didn't you? In one of your conversations with the librarian? Yeah, I caught that. Giving props to the Precise Presenter, man. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Yep, excellent points. Madonna versus Floyd, Hatton versus Zoo, Porter versus Berto. I could also mention Hatton versus Floyd, because Hatton was also getting a little rough in there too against Floyd. So, yeah, like I said, man, all great fighters, every good fighter is going to have to deploy some type of tactics, man. Okay? So that's why I always say it's always up to the other fighter who feels that he's, not getting the fair treatment of that situation to handle that, take matters to his own hands sometimes. Okay? So, like I said, when Mike Tyson fought Razor Ruddock years ago, when Mike Tyson was, in my opinion, sometimes was just, I don't think he was deliberately low-blowing Razor Ruddock, but since Mike's is so small, yep. You mean, not Alan Green, man. I think you mean Andre Durrell. Yeah, Proch was really trying to rough up Durrell because he didn't like, Joel Casamoyer. Hey, shout out to B Marsh, man. Hey, shout out to man. Hey, man, I know I saw you comment on there, but when you said that not everybody knows who Larry Holmes is. That is true. That is true, man. I'm not knocking anybody's, not knocking anybody about their fact that they don't know certain things about boxing. The only thing I pointed out to him is that you can't call anybody, you can't say that nobody knows shit about boxing, and yet you didn't even know who Mike McCallum was. That's the only thing I said. And he keeps saying that people don't know shit about boxing, yet I'm showing in counterpoint that to show that he's very inept when it comes to the sport as well. So I'm just telling you can't say that to other people while you lack the knowledge. You also yourself lack that knowledge. That's all I said. Oh, my bad, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me clearly? Come on, give me a thumbs up, yes or no. Yo. All right. Okay, cool. B Martian Truth, man. Hey, shout out to you brothers, man. At least you guys keep it respectful when we all agree or disagree on certain things, man. So I don't understand about your guy, man. But anyways, yeah, I mean, like I said, when Mike Tyson was a low blow on Razor Ruddock, and I think sometimes some of those low blows were a bit deliberate, okay? Sometimes they were. When Razor Ruddock wasn't getting any help from Mills Lane, I believe, in that second fight, in their second war fight. I mean, I would say war. Their second fight, which was an all-out war. What did Razor Ruddock do? Razor Ruddock took matters to his own hands. He decided to hit Mike Tyson low. And when he did that, that's when Mike Tyson decided not to punch below the belt anymore. Oh, what about Agapito Sanchez? Remember him? Agapito Sanchez, remember him, guys? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would say he was a notorious dirty fighter, okay? Notorious dirty fighter. So, you want to talk about dirty tactics, who used deliberate dirty tactics, that was a guy right there. Oh, yeah, he cut him up badly, dude. Badly. And let me tell you something about Agapito Sanchez. I couldn't stand that guy. I mean, the guy nearly did this in every goddamn big fight that he had. He got disqualified in one of them, too. I forgot, what was the fight that he got disqualified against? He got disqualified in for his dirty tactics that he was repeatedly warned for. What was the fight? Yeah, I can't recall, man, but damn, it's in my head. But anyhow, yeah, when Manny got cut up, man, and let me just say this, man, I'm not a big Manny Pacquiao fan, but I have to see it for what it is. I got to call this down from a neutral perspective. Manny was robbed from that decision when they went to the cards on that fight. Yes, it ended in 6 rounds, but the score that a draw, nah. I mean, it was a good fight, but the thing is that Agapito Sanchez ruined it by those dirty tactics, man. I have to, he ruined it, and the thing is, he got a draw, and I thought that was a travesty. He should have been deducted more points, or in fact, he should have been disqualified for that shit. I'm just being honest. Because this dude was warned repeatedly about it, and yet he wasn't even disqualified. Yeah, that's true. You know what? That's funny, dude. You know what? Bradley, once upon a time, Tim Bradley was accused for being dirty, which I found laughable, okay? Because the dude got a big dome. Hey, not making fun of the dude's head. Yeah, B. Marsh, I agree. Look. Tim Bradley got a big dome, okay? He got a big head. His head is shaved, okay? When you fight up close, your heads are going to somehow clash in that situation. That's going to happen. He's not deliberate headbutting guys. I don't recall any fight that Tim Bradley was being dirty in, okay? I don't know why he got the short end of the stick for that. So, and I recall, is it low place a Tim Bradley fan? Yeah, Holyfield too. Holyfield was accused of that shit too, but I didn't see no deliberate headbutts. Like I keep telling guys, man, when you fight up close, when you're in the clinch and you're close to the clinches, clashes heads are going to happen, man. That's going to occur. But expect for that to happen. Don't be surprised about it. They do happen, but not intentionally. Yeah, forgive me, y'all, I'm in my car. But, yeah, man. So Agapito Sanchez, God rest his soul, but he wasn't he should never been awarded a draw against Pacquiao, man, in my opinion. Well, you know what? Good point. Hey, Bo, good point. Here's the way we look at it, right? You can have your opinion about a fight if it goes to a draw, if it's a decision that you felt shouldn't have gone that certain way. You're entitled to your opinion about that. But my point that I've always made, and this is me and librarian Mr. Doc have always said to Low Place, which he doesn't quite understand very well. I don't know why. It's very simple logic. You cannot change the result, okay? Whatever they have in the record books is in the record books, okay? Like, for example, when Badou Jack, if you feel that Badou Jack won the fight, then that's your opinion. But that doesn't make it fact, okay? Because he did not win the fight on the scorecards. The judges did not give him the decision. So you have to live with that. You can't sit there and try to blast the judges and rewrite history and say that you're more credible scoring fights than judges. That's laughable. You can't do that. Oh, yeah, that was one of the most idiotic comments. You know what's funny, though? Hey, Bakari, man, shout out to you, man. When we were talking about Joseph Parker, right? As soon as I was going to get on Joseph Parker, he did not want me to get on Joseph Parker because he didn't want me to bring up that damn comment that he made about Joseph Parker, about about Badou Jack beating Joseph Parker. He knew I was going to go there on that, but he didn't want me to do it because he stopped me right there by going off to another topic. He didn't want me to bring that up. That's why he muted me, because he didn't want me to talk about Joseph Parker. I was like, okay, fine. You don't want to talk about Joseph Parker. Let's not talk about Joseph Parker. He didn't want me to go there on that. He also said that Adonis Stevenson could knock out Deontay Wilder. Yeah, Bo, that too. Yeah, Badou Jack's done more than Terrence Crawford. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, if that's not trolling, you tell me what is. You say that Badou Jack could beat Joseph Parker. You say that Adonis Stevenson can knock out Deontay Wilder. And you say that Badou Jack is more accomplished than Terrence Crawford. If that's not trolling, you tell me what is. You know what, yeah, I'm going to invite this dude because I'm asking him to come on. He won't come on, so now he's cowering out, okay? Like I said, man, I want to get my points across, so I decided let me open up my own Hangout instead. So I'm giving him an open platform. I'm not going to mute his mic. I'm going to keep the volume up to the levels that he wants so that way he can get his points across, all right? But since he doesn't want to do it, I don't know, man. I don't know, because I like to get my point across, man. I don't like to have a conversation finished without getting my points across. All right? You're not going to win an argument by trying to cut people off and then mute them, act like you won the war. No, you don't do that. That's a cowardly way out, in my opinion. All right? So, yeah, he did it. He did it several times, man. He did it several times because he's mad at me for what happened yesterday with the hangout with the boxing librarian, boxing librarian, Mr. Doc. What happened was the librarian had kicked him off because he was tired. He was just like tired of hearing the nonsense. He kicked him off. He muted him and kicked him off. And he wants to blame me for that. And I'm like, dude, yes. My bad. Yeah, anyways, it was funny, yeah, that it happened. I'm sorry. But the fact is, no, I'm not actually sorry about it. But what happened is I tried to explain to the dude, that's not my hangout. I had nothing to do with it. So why the fuck are you getting upset at me for that? You know what I'm saying? So anyways, this is what I'm telling him right now. I was like, look, I got my own hangout right now. I'm not going to do that, all right? I'm not going to kick you off. I'm not going to mute your mic. I'm going to be mature about it since you were not mature in that situation, okay? So another thing is, too, I want him to answer my questions. The dude just doesn't answer questions directly. I just don't understand. You can't win debates like that, dude. Answer directly. And he talks about another thing that really gets to me too. He's like, well, I don't understand why people disrespect me. I try to be respectful. I'm coming out here trying to be cool. I'm trying to be a rational boxing fan, which is a damn lie because this the only time I met this guy, or actually I had not met him, the only time I ever came across this guy is that this dude had insulted me when I made a video criticizing Adonis Stevenson. He insulted me. He said that you shouldn't even have a boxing channel. That's what the dude said. I didn't even know who the fuck this guy was. And then he fucking makes a video. I didn't make a video about him at all. So what this dude do, he makes a video about me. He makes a video about 78. And yeah, before that, he made videos about Santee Walden and some others in the LDBC. Yeah, bro, I remember that, dude. I remember that, man. I remember that. And again, man, this is what happened. When I told him, I said it very calmly. I said, dude, I don't understand why you so emotionally attached to Adonis Stevenson, man. It's very scary to me. It's very laughable and psychotic. And as soon as I said that, he just went off. He exploded when I said that. And he said that you call me gay. I'm like, I'm not calling you gay, bro. I'm just telling you that you have an emotional connection to this guy. And it's very disturbing. Yes, if I say he's your boyfriend, okay, fine. I say he's your boyfriend because you act like he's your boyfriend. Yeah, dude. You know what's funny, though? When he ended that conversation when Mike Tyson was still in his prime. Okay, first of all, yes, Mike Tyson was still in his prime. But if you're talking about the fact that the Mike Tyson that went in that ring against Buster Douglas versus the Mike Tyson that went in the ring against Bone Crusher Smith, Trevor Berbick, Michael Spinks, Tyrell Biggs, and Pinklet Thomas, and Tony Tucker, that was not the same Tyson, okay? That was not the same Tyson. That was a Tyson who was emotionally distressed, a guy who was going through a lot of psychological issues, who couldn't focus on anything, okay? And I told Low Place, if you look at the news reports, if you look at the sparring session that's on tape right now, you guys can look at it on YouTube. In the sparring session, that Mike Tyson was struggling in that sparring session. He got knocked down in that sparring session. And it leaked to the presses that it happened, and nobody believed it. Everyone was shocked that Mike Tyson got knocked down in sparring when the news came out. Back then, we didn't have access to the tapes, but it's available on YouTube now because it was taped in Tokyo. Oh, he's back? Oh, he's back, bud? He's back? All right. Yeah, so when me and librarian Mr. Doc was trying to explain to Low Place that did you actually watch the fight? Because Tyson didn't show little to no head movement at all. The footwork is pretty terrible. Dude, that was not the same fighter. And that's what we're trying to explain to Low Place. And he just didn't want to listen, man. He was just going off to insulting us and shit like that. And that's when the librarian cut him off. And here's the thing about it, man. You could be a troll. Oh, yeah, I'm back, man. Yeah, here's the thing. You could be a troll, but you gotta be a rational troll, man. I mean, if you're a troll, you going off saying shit like Adonis Stevenson would beat Deontay Wilder and Badu Jack would beat Joseph Parker and Badu Jack has accomplished more than Terrence Crawford, then something is wrong with you. You're not psychologically there. Yeah, that's true, Bo. That happens a lot in boxing. But as far as the Holyfield situation is concerned, Yes, obviously we could argue that's not the same Tyson in his 80s because he lost 4 years of his prime in prison. Right? We could agree with that. But the thing is that you have to understand that was not also the same Evander Holyfield that fought Tyson as well. This is Evander Holyfield that many people thought, and I believe, that it was shot to pieces. Because Evander Holyfield took so much battle scars and so much damage in fights more than Mike Tyson did. And that's the reason when the odd makers look at that and looked at how Evander performed his previous fights against Bobby Ches and Riddick Bowe, how he got stopped by Riddick Bowe in the Shoji fight. People looked at that and say, wait a minute, you couldn't even knock out a cruiserweight. Yeah, you stopped him, but he wasn't knocked out. So you couldn't stop a cruiserweight. What makes you think you could stop Tyson? And when the odd makers look at that, they opened up 26-1, or 25-1. Evander was a 25-1 underdog, and they closed at 12-1 when the fight approached. He was a big underdog going into that fight because many people thought he was shot. So it could be the same. It could be said same for Evander Holyfield. He was definitely not the prime fighter that fought in the cruiserweight days and in his early days as a heavyweight. So, yeah. So good point, Bo. But at the same time, we have to also factor in that Evander Holyfield was not the same fighter as well. You know what, Blood? You brought up a good point, man. Because I sat there, and it's funny though, because I sat there, I let the man talk for like 5-10 minutes, right? And this is the thing about Low Place, man. Is like sometimes you gotta interject because he always goes off to different things that have nothing to do with the question that's being asked. All right, he brings in other stuff. He goes off 5-10 minute talk, 5-10 minute responses, and to me that's deflecting. And this is his tactic. He always does that because he feels that if he deflects a lot, he's gonna win the debate. You can't do that, and that's why I always try to cut him off. I'm like, bruh, that had nothing to do with the question I asked you. So this is the reason why I cut him off sometimes. It's like, dude, you got to stop doing that because that gets so annoying. People lose patience with you when you do that. So, yeah, B. Marsh, Bobby Ches was a career 175, which is true. And he did look bad again. Well, he didn't quite look too bad. It's just that the fact that Bobby Ches wasn't knocked out. And I think the odd makers were predicting. The odd makers were predicting that Evander Holyfield should get through this guy because Bobby Ches. If you look at that fight between Bobby Ches and Evander Holyfield, and Bobby Ches was a good fighter. He was a pretty good champion, but obviously, if you look at it, it was obviously a technical mismatch and the size disparity. I mean, Jesus. I mean, Evander was not a big heavyweight, but Bobby Ches certainly was not a goddamn big cruiserweight. I mean, yeah, he was not a big cruiserweight. I mean, he was a very small light heavyweight. So, yeah. And the size disparity between the two and the fact that Evander didn't knock him out, which people expected, and that's why the odd makers had opened up the books the way they did when he entered the fight against Mike Tyson. So, yeah. I mean, it's a good point about Bobby Ches, though, man. Yeah, he was a small guy. Yeah, and the thing about Tyson, too, I know you know this, B. Marsh. You know Tyson ducked Lennox Lewis in that situation, right? When Lennox Lewis was promised a title shot after Tyson had paid him step-aside money, I think it was like a high seven-figure, I think $2 million step-aside money for him to fight Bruce Seldon. And when Tyson, and obviously Bruce Seldon took a dive, we all know what happened in that fight. When Bruce Seldon took a dive, what happened was that Lennox Lewis was next to get his shot. He said, okay, it's my turn to get a shot. Then out of nowhere, Tyson just abruptly vacates his title. He vacated his WBC title to fight Evander Holyfield. I remember that when that news came out. And back then, when we didn't have social media, we had American Online. We would go on there and go to the chat rooms and talk about sports. Everybody was going after Tyson for that bullshit, including me. And I was a big Mike Tyson fan back then, man. I was like, no. How the fuck you duck Lennox Lewis, man, and you fight Evander Holyfield? And I thought Evander Holyfield was going to get killed. Many people thought he was going to get killed, and Tyson cherry-picked him. And that was crazy. You cherry-pick a guy who's over the hill, who's shot at the time, as we thought, and over a guy who's in his prime, Lennox Lewis. And people were accusing Tyson of being scared of Lewis. And I remember those chat room wars, man, when people who were big Tyson fans was going after people who were going after Tyson. I mean, for ducking Lewis. So, yeah, so basically, I remember those times when guys were going at each other. They were threatening to kill each other over if you say some shit about Tyson. I mean, it was bad back then, man. Yeah, it's true. That's true, man. That's true. Yeah, he took Tyson to court, yeah. And so, yeah, he won $4 million because Tyson was in a breach of contract, which is true. You can't do that. Yeah, true. Well, I don't know about that. I thought Tyson just vacated out of the blue. I thought that's what happened. I mean, you could be right, B. Marsh. I thought he vacated out of nowhere because the news just came out of nowhere that it just happened. So, yeah, and Tyson got ridiculed for that too. And many people were shocked. Yeah, I mean, Lennox Lewis was notorious for suing a lot of people in his career, man. We all remember that he infamously sued his promoter at the time. I think it was Main Events. He took them to court while he was still being promoted by them. Kind of like Andre Ward did with the Goosens. You know? So, yeah, Lennox was notorious for suing a lot of people. Yeah, Bobby was a tough fighter, man. He was a very tough fighter. He was a very good fighter. He's accomplished. He was accomplished as a 2-division champion, but yeah, Bakar. Yeah, going back to your last point, that's what frustrated me about this guy. He never answers questions directly. This is what frustrates me about him. That's why the librarian gets upset about him. You don't answer questions directly. This is the reason why we get to these damn stupid ass arguments. Hey, blood, that's true. That's why Lennox is worth $150 million because he made a career suing a lot of people and winning in court. Hey, I'm not knocking him for it, but that's what he did. And do all that lawsuit money that he made, and combination of the prize money that he made. He's got a boxing school up in Jamaica, which is a good thing. He's opened it up for years. So he spends his time between Jamaica and Toronto. So yeah, you can't knock Lennox for that, man. Nah, you can't. But let me ask y'all something. Since we're talking about boxing history, I know B. Marsh may know about this, and Blood, I think you may know about this too. Did y'all know that Oscar De La Hoya and Terry Norris was about to fight each other? Yeah, I think Lennox too. I think he does too, man. I think he does, Truth. I think he does. But yeah, he's doing good financially, so you can't knock him for that. Yeah, but Terry Norris and Oscar De La Hoya was supposed to fight back in '97. Who do you think would have won that fight if it got delivered? Yeah, let me tell you something about that. Terry Norris was the lineal, and I think he was the unified 154-pound champion, right? His mandatory at the time was Felix Trinidad because he held the WBC title, and the WBC made Trinidad the mandatory. And what's so funny about that situation was that the WBC was trying to pressure Norris to fight Trinidad, and Trinidad was a 147-pound champion for the IBF. So that was kind of weird to me. How could a guy at 147 at a lower weight class become a mandatory to another guy challenger to a mandatory to a guy at a higher weight class? That to me made no sense. So Norris was trying to figure out what he wanted to do. Take a fight against Felix Trinidad, who was still kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? He wasn't a novice, but he was not quite the star yet compared to Oscar De La Hoya back then. Not quite yet. So either Norris was going to fight Trinidad for less money, for less profile, or go after the cash cow at the time, Oscar De La Hoya, who was one of boxing's biggest cash cow next to Tyson and Holyfield. So in order for Norris to go ahead and to get that fight, he had to get past his I forgot who his opponent was. I think it was the French guy. I forgot his name. So Norris had to get past the French guy, the French fighter. And then as soon as he get past that guy, he was going to vacate his 154 belt to go after Oscar De La Hoya, and they were going to fight at a catch weight. Yeah, Norris made a reputation for doing that, man. He made a reputation for fighting, welterweights like Donald Curry, Ray Leonard. Who else is there? Meldrick Taylor. Oh man, that was a terrible mismatch. I like Meldrick Taylor, but he had no business being in the ring with Terry Norris. That right there was, obviously I know why Meldrick Taylor took the fight, because Norris was a guy because he called out Terry Norris, and Terry Norris was like, all right, you want to fight me? Come take your ass up the weight and fight me. Because we all knew that Terry Norris had a reputation of a terrible chin back then. So because, Taylor felt that if he could crack him once. Yeah, man, I forgot about that dude who beat Norris. And the thing is, too, he steamrolled Meldrick Taylor, man. It probably wasn't the worst beating that that Taylor took, like he took from Chavez, but it was like, man, he just ran through him. Everything that Taylor threw at Norris just walked through his punches, man. He just couldn't feel him. And Taylor thought that if he could catch him on the chin, he was going to go down, but hey, it is what it is. However, sometimes people who carry power up in weight can do it. Sometimes people can't. Like Simon Brown. He tried to do that shit with Simon Brown in the first fight. We all saw what happened to that. Simon Brown knocked out Terry Norris badly, and we didn't see that coming. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. Technical difficulties. Yeah. So, Norris, what I was talking about Terry Norris, man. Yeah, Terry Norris had a terrible chin. Nah, blood, I don't agree with you on that, man. His chin was not that decent. Let's be real. So I don't think Simon Brown was a huge puncher. Hey, shout out to D Style, man. I'm on here. Yeah, man. I'm back on. Sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulties. Can anybody hear me? Just to make sure. Just give me a thumbs up. Say something. Can anybody say something? D Style. All right. Yo. All right, let's try it this way. All right. Okay. Can anybody hear me? Try to get this. All right, there we go. All right, so can anybody hear me? Hello? Yo. All right, let's see. If anybody can hear me, great. If you can't, then I'm going to just try to close this off. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish this hangout up, and I'm going to just make a quick one so that way I can get my last point across, okay? All right, y'all. Peace.